everybody, and welcome back to the pre-production meeting. I'm your co-host, Josh Urquhart.
And I'm your other co-host, Daniel Kagola.
And I'm the former co-host and now returning co-host, Austin Scott.
Welcome back.
Episode 62.
Yeah.
And Austin, your first episode of the season.
I'm back.
My friend.
It's good to be back. I'm sorry that I was gone for so long.
Mate, I think we just start with this. What have you been doing? How have you been? How's the kids? How's the dog? How's life?
Literally, I'll be honest, it's been a fucking grind.
Yeah?
Like, I know I haven't done much in the film space. Well, you could classify videography as a film space, but it's
Controversial.
I've put I've put a lot of work into the videography because I finally have like you could say like a 5-year plan, but
Nice.
I
like that.
With the 5-year plan, a lot needs to happen, but I always have film in the back of my mind, and when it comes time to actually get there, I'm really excited for what could possibly be. But you know how when you make a film, pre-production's one thing, production's one thing, post-production's another thing,
Yeah,
but then
man.
the film's a totally different thing. What I have in my mind now is probably, if I'm being real, not going to be what it is when we get there.
Yeah. Welcome to life.
Yeah, exactly. But that's exciting. That's what I'm really excited about.
That's what we love about
I was just talking to Jason out there, who you guys all met. And just talking to him about it, it made it kind of like real. I realized that things need to happen and kind of are happening at the moment to get there. And it's a very, very exciting time. It's like, you know, my purpose is back, my drive is back.
Amazing.
And like, you know, even being back here is kind of like, I'm like, okay, I'm getting to a position where I can kind of like do this stuff again. And like with the plans I have and the kind of pipeline dream that I do have, it's going to hopefully, and in theory, should allow me to be more consistent with coming back here and like getting back into sports and like gym and that kind of stuff. So just kind of getting my life back a little bit, you know? So, you know, I feel like I was lost a little bit there, but kind of getting back. So
it happens, man. You take time off, and I think that really, really helped you.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Sometimes we just need time off. That's all.
And don't get me wrong, still listened.
Of course,
week.
Man.
It was good. It was actually on the way here. Jason, if you're listening, you interrupted me listening to these boys on the way here. But I've got 22 minutes left on the most recent episode.
Yeah. I haven't even listened.
I think I got up to when you were just about to talk about Martin.
Yes.
Having your conversation with Martin, and then my phone rang. So I was like, sorry. But to the guests, if they're listening right now, you guys have been amazing. You know, I apologize I couldn't be here to, you know, share this room with you and hear your stories as well. But just know that everything that's happened here with you guys as well, like it's just, I sit at home listening and I just go, it's so inspiring. Like I want to get back into it. And especially Tabby's episode.
Yes.
When I listened to that and you guys were talking about the Fall Guy, I was sitting there, I was like, I need to go see this right now. Like,
have you watched it?
I went and watched it the next day.
Did you like it?
Did you see Tabby?
I saw Tabby in it as well.
Yeah.
I kind of had your man. I was like, oh, that's Tabby.
It happens at the exact point where you kind of forget that she's in it. And you're like, oh my God.
I was like, fuck, that's Tabby.
Yeah.
But no, just hearing it, and then that episode as well, getting me to go watch Fall Guy, and then watching Fall Guy, that it was filmed here, like my kind of movie exactly. Like I was just like, I need to be doing this stuff. So like, just
actually, I wanted to ask you about something.
Ask away.
Oh, here we go.
So this film that I'm assistant directing on next week, it's a big action film, and there's a big fight sequence over 3 days the week after next at the Oxford Art Factory, like with stunts and a bunch of stuff. We need extras. Do you want to come?
Fuck yeah, dude. When is it?
I think we're shooting the action scenes on the 11th and 12th of June.
That might actually work
if you're free.
out.
Tabby's coming, Indy's coming.
Tabby's coming.
Yeah.
Fucking mad invite, bro.
When?
Well, do you want to come?
Well, let me see if I'm free. Hold on.
Let me see what I can do.
So you need extras. Oh my bro, I'm free the 11th and 12th.
Actually, do you want to come?
Can Josh
What
and I
day are you
punch on?
coming? What day are you going?
If I can get there for the 11th and 12th, I'll come.
I'll go one day.
Yeah.
Choose a day, and whatever day you're going, I'll be there.
Okay.
All right, well, I'm going to aim for both, but if I can only get one, I'll get one.
All right. Is Tabby going both days?
I think she's just going one.
Is Martin going to be there any of those days?
He might pop in because he's sort of like he's gonna be there on the days that he's acting. Obviously,
Am I punching on?
No, you're sort of you're in the background, scared as other people.
Scared.
Oh, you might.
That's unlike me.
You might be doing a bit of the Mortal Kombat stance.
Oh my god! Fucking
no, dude. If I can get there, I'll get there.
No, it'll be a really sick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, lock me in for whatever day he's in.
All right,
so
done.
We'll talk. You and I will talk.
We will talk.
My people will talk to your people.
There you go. That's how it do. But it's
How are you guys?
Oh my god! Yeah, we're good. I'm so tired right now. I've been just out all day. You know what? I'm like, why am I so tired? I've only driven 4 hours today. But then I remembered I didn't get home till 2 o'clock last night because I worked till 1:30. Then I couldn't get to sleep till like 4 a.m.
Yeah,
just night shift, bro. Man, I know you would understand.
Your feels.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. And then so we drove out to Lithgow. I mean, I'll get into that in the progress, but all is good. Yeah, just a whole month of pre-production shit coming up. Very busy, very stressful, but I think the stress is going to start to alleviate soon. We have a lot of things in play in regards to getting everything ready for the shoot in August, and everything's starting to fall into place. And man, this thing that we did today was absolutely incredible. So it's little pieces of inspiration that you get from those, little points of pre-production throughout the process that really refill your levels and help you keep going up until you're ready to shoot and beyond.
And you mentioned that you and Federico are cooking up some stuff
never
seen before.
Did I tell you about that?
Well, you didn't say what it was.
I didn't.
No.
Oh.
Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, I'll talk about the progress.
Okay.
That's nuts.
Okay.
I can't wait.
That is,
right.
bro. This film. Oh, I dead set. I keep saying, I know it's so cliche. Everybody says, "Oh, you've never seen before what we're cooking up." I tell you, the things that we're doing in this film, I don't think have ever been said before.
Good.
Okay.
Or heard before.
Or heard.
Nice.
So,
do you know what's exciting is still haven't read your script. I haven't read your
Yeah,
script.
I can't wait for you to watch my film.
You read the first version of my script, totally different, but now.
Yeah. So that's what I mean. Like.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Yeah,
I would
not
say
going
don't until the premiere.
I'll probably, until you premiere it.
Yeah.
I won't know what's happening. Still don't know what's happening.
I don't know what's happening with mine.
Also, indies as well. I'm excited for
that.
So I'm excited for everything you guys have got coming.
Yeah. Fantastic. And then, you know what? I think it was a pretty good place to talk about it now. But like this week, there was a day during this week where I swear I spent the majority of my day in the group chat. Because we had Fetty send his script.
Oh, yeah.
So
everyone just
and then
scripts.
And then I gave my feedback, and you gave your feedback, whatnot. Then you gave me your script.
Yeah.
We gave feedback, and that literally took up most of my day. But I loved it. It was so good, and it was just really inspiring seeing the boys making moves and stuff like that, and giving feedback. And now I'm excited that I can possibly make it onto your film coming up.
It's a lot simpler now. It should be a lot easier.
Yes, 100%.
I think it's going to be better for it as well.
100%. How have you been?
Yeah, dude, I said this to you guys before in the group chat, but I think this has literally been the busiest week of my life. So I had a bunch of projects that were like every 2 weeks I have a project. So this action film, and then 2 weeks after that I've got the music video I'm directing, and then 2 weeks after that a short film. And I knew like a month ago or so that it was going to eventually hit a point where it would all just sort of get really busy at once. And that's been this week that has just passed. That's so much. I had obviously the pre-production on all three of those, and I'm sort of like co-producing all three of them because I feel like you have to co-produce a lot of the time on indie projects. You just sort of have to step up and do things that you wouldn't necessarily have to on a bigger project.
Like catering if you're a first AD.
Yeah, well, I actually handed that off.
Bro, I scratched my head. I was like,
I handed that off to the second AD. So I was like, I'm not touching this. Sorry, Viet, if you're listening, buddy. You're actually doing a really good job.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's sort of just everything coming together. And then I also had other things, like I've had this editing work that was due at the end of this week. So I was crunching to get that done. And then a few days working with production companies, PA work. So it was just like such a packed week. And I even shot some stuff with Indy and our friend Noah.
Shout out Noah.
Saw those stories,
We'll see you on the podcast soon.
Yeah, eventually.
Very soon.
Yeah, so yeah, we've... Yeah, so it was just a lot going on. But no, it's good. I think in these times I'm screaming for a little bit of comfort. Like, just give me a little bit of time.
Do you want a hug?
No. Let me
you
finish
don't?
what I'm saying.
Fine.
So I'm screaming for you know when you get home at the end of a long day and you're like, I just want to watch a movie or something.
Yeah.
But you have to work because you have more work to do and you're like,
yeah.
But I think at the same time, that's when I do some of my best work. And I kind of like putting myself under the crunch, because I think as soon as I give myself time to relax, I can fall back into that state where I'm just wasting time a bit.
Yeah.
But I'm just
100%.
so productive when I just throw myself under the bus a bit and I just have things constantly. So it's like I'm screaming for a little bit of relaxation, but I think sometimes that relaxation can be bad for me because I get stuck in it.
Yeah.
You also have to remember that at one point in your life, where you're at is where you want it to be. So the fact that you're that busy is
that's
you
true.
want.
And that's what I keep reminding myself of as well. And I think the best decision I've made this year was to specialize in directing.
Nice.
And well, I mean, I say that, but I'm also still doing other stuff.
He's also a DOP.
I've heard this. I need to.
I'm assistant directing. I'm editing. I'm still doing other stuff.
I mean, but that's what you do.
Yeah, and I think I always will do that, and I enjoy the variety of it.
Yeah, of course,
it's fun, and that's the best way to pay the bills, especially when you're starting off. So I think I'm very grateful right now, and I'm very happy with everything. And I think after this crunch, the next month or two is just going to be really full on. But after that, I'm just going to be grateful that it all happened.
In saying that, do make sure you have your moments of relaxation.
Well, that's
because last week you were starting to feel burnt out.
No, I wasn't. You kept asking me that, and I said I was okay, but I might get close to it.
Damn.
Look at how we reacted just then. That's just exhibit fucking A.
Yeah. No, I was fine, but yeah, I just knew that if I pushed.
Yeah, a little bit more than you would have.
I knew I could have gone over, but I would be okay. I had it at bay. I was like Doctor Strange in Endgame, holding back the water.
Okay, fair.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
But yeah. So coming along all good. I was on a recce today as well.
Yeah.
So at the Northern Beaches, because I told you last pod that we were struggling with locations.
What's this for? For the music video.
For the music video. Yeah.
Where were you? You're at my way. Where were you?
Yeah. So it's called Irrawong Falls Waterfall.
Nice.
They filmed a couple of things there. They filmed for The Bachelor there.
I spend the what?
For The Bachelor.
They're doing that again? Bro, how do you know that before me?
No, this is on a previous season.
Oh, a previous season. Yeah. I'm spending most of my time in the Northern Beaches these days, bro.
Doing what?
I'm with Sarah because she's just... She lives there now.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
sweet.
Well, she's back with her mum. She lives in Brookvale.
Oh, yeah,
you know what I realised?
What?
All the Northern Beaches, they think they're so cool that they have abbreviated names for all of them. Avo?
Yeah.
Or Ava? Or what is it?
Oh.
Palmy?
Yeah.
Oh my
I've
God.
never heard of these before. Brookie?
Brooky's a natural given.
Palmy. Everyone knows Palmy's a chicken palmy.
Anyways, yeah, sorry, what were you going to say?
You got Brookie, Curly, Freshie. There's no abbreviation for Manly.
Freshie, yeah.
But then you think back and you go, Carso,
Get-
Borgo.
Oh, no.
Mate,
Get out
it's
of
just
here.
so
Para.
There's no abbreviation for where I live. Warriewood, maybe.
Worry.
Was that?
Tabby, maybe Tabby has an abbreviation.
I thought you said Warriewood's abbreviation was Tabby.
Oh, no.
You been to Tabby before?
No, maybe Tabby has an abbreviation for Warriewood. I don't.
Yeah.
That's all I've got.
Yeah.
Yeah. Newey for Newport?
Newey.
Yeah.
The Newport.
But Newey can also be Newington, which is near me.
Newington, Newcastle, you know.
Anyways, why were we
Yeah,
talking
there's
about
just a lot of
that?
Because you brought it up.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you were talking about you did a recce in the Northern Beaches. Whereabouts?
Yes. So
do you want to leave that
it's
for
called
the program?
Irrawong Falls. So what happened
Irrawong.
was I went
Yeah.
to my composer's house the other day to work on the music for Baron.
I saw that.
Fun fact,
And then-
he's the guy that altered my pants for the Babylon premiere. Remember that guy? Worked at Taracash?
That's his composer?
Yep.
What?
Yeah, swear to
Anthony
God.
George.
Ask him.
How?
I promise you. I promise you.
Small world.
Wait, the guy that said he worked on Furiosa?
Oh.
No,
Wait,
Kingdom of
was
the Planet of the
it
Apes.
at Connor?
Bro.
Connor. Sorry, not
Yeah,
Taracash.
yeah,
Connor.
yeah.
Connor.
Bro,
He told me
we
he
met-
works there. Yeah.
We met a couple people that day. Some guy was in the props department. Was that him?
He does. He
Build-
does. do
Yes,
stuff, yeah.
yes, him.
Was that
So-
him?
That's him.
And he composes?
Yeah, sorry to go off track there.
Oh
but
my God.
yeah, we met him. I've been meaning to say that, but I thought, fuck,
That's
I'm going to wait till I
nuts.
get to
Can't
the
believe that's
podcast.
the same guy.
That is crazy.
Your music, I mean, I heard a little bit. Have you heard it? No. Wait, we played on the podcast. Amazing.
Yes.
I can't wait.
Yeah, no, it's really cool, and that's only the tip of the iceberg.
Perfect.
But outside my composer's house, there was like this big nice bushland, and I was like to him, oh, you know, can we go check it out? And he was like, yeah, I'll take you down there after. So we did our music and then went for a drive down there, and it was like a really nice spot, but the sun was going down. So I said, I'll come back here with the artist and we'll check it out in a week's time. So we did that. Oh, got approval from the council, which is really
amazing.
Good. And a lot cheaper than the other location would have been, and they weren't so annoying about things like safety and all that stuff.
Cool.
But Natalia did raise a good point with me. She was like, well, the reason they're probably like that about the safety is because people literally used to die down there, because it's where Ivan Milat used to take his victims to that forest.
Is that in Northern Beaches?
No.
Oh, you mean at the other
location near Barrel?
Yeah. Whoopsie daisies.
Yeah. So it is a spooky vibe when you go down there. There's like weird birds flying overhead, and like you literally feel like you're about to get stabbed. But anyway, we're not filming there anymore. We got a place that's cheaper and it looks beautiful as well.
Good.
And fortunately, the way the sun rises and sets, it's always backlit, which is really nice for camera and lighting.
God, Dave must be ecstatic that he met you, because he's getting all these gigs like in a very short period of time.
Yeah, no, it's nice. It's nice.
Yeah. Good man. He fucking deserves all the gigs.
He's
awesome. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Cool. Alrighty, the wrap up of the week, ladies and gentlemen. I only have one movie that I've seen this week.
What was it?
Furiosa.
Oh yeah. How was it?
Yes. You know what? I wasn't the biggest fan of Mad Max, I gotta say. But Furiosa come around, fired. Furiosa come around and man hits it out of the park.
Really?
I thought it was fantastic.
I bet everyone in the world has the opposite opinion to Josh.
100%.
People are loving it. People are saying it's better than the original. By far and wide for me, better than the original. I love how they promote Anya Taylor-Joy, but she only arrives halfway through the movie.
Oh, right.
It's like one of those, you know how they promoted Zendaya for June 1 and she was in it for like the last 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of that situation again.
Yeah, but is it a scenario where you did say this about June, but I was like, the way that Zendaya was in it was so crucial to the story, though. I thought it paid off well enough.
That. Well, no, Anya Taylor-Joy is like the main character, but she only comes in like halfway through the movie.
Fair enough.
So,
they did that with Fury Road as well. Like Max is obviously the main character, but he's not. Furiosa is more the main character in Fury Road than Max is.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I listened to a couple interviews with George Miller this week. He's a very interesting director. And we're actually going to go to his thing if I wasn't working. Are you going?
No.
He's holding a talk for the Sydney Film Festival.
I saw.
But he said that one of the interviews made a good point where they're like, yeah, we know more about Furiosa than we do Max over these, the media that's been released for the Mad Max saga. But I thought it was fantastic. There's less action in this one, which is probably what I liked. There was more story, and fantastic acting, and just the what's it called? The scale of it is just insane, and knowing it's all filmed like in and around the area.
I was just going to intercut. This is slightly off topic, but I saw somebody made a 40-minute Mad Max fan film on YouTube.
What?
It's amazing though. The production value is so good. I almost like it better than the actual movie.
Oh, dang.
I'll send it your way. Yeah, it's really good.
That's insane.
What? And it's like full like stunts, like big rigged up cars that are exploding and all this stuff.
Where was it filmed?
I don't know. I think it might be American, but they have Australian accents and stuff. But yeah,
good Australian accents.
Like decent, not the most amazing, but pretty good.
Okay, right. Yeah, fair enough. Well, these these were strong. It was actually probably one of the only Australian films with accents that I don't cringe at the entire movie.
And this is what I've been trying to tell you. You can make it work. It's about good directing.
Yeah, 100%. And I thought, well, I can imagine just when we went and saw Old Mate that was working on Furiosa, didn't he say George Miller's like a nutcase? Because he does like 70 takes.
I wanted to say...
Yeah, but heaps of directors do that.
Yeah.
70 takes. Oh,
yeah.
Way overboard,
know about Kubrick or Fincher? They all do that.
I think that's way overkill, man.
I don't think it's about like... it's a number of things. I think the biggest part is probably getting the performance to a level where the actors aren't thinking about it anymore.
Yeah, but 70, that's just...
It does seem a bit...
That's overindulgent, bruv.
Fincher does it.
Yeah.
I know Finch
But
is
the
a
thing is, like,
perfectionist
if that's his method and you see the result and the result is amazing, then why question it? You know what I mean?
exactly right. I mean, if
Yeah, but there's got to be like more efficient ways to make a movie.
Maybe, but like if I was a studio and I was looking at it from their perspective, it's like if you're going to pay this person a certain amount, you're going to get a good result. This is how they like to do it, then do it your way. You know what I mean?
Fair.
Yeah. I mean, all those people must be perfectionists.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
absolute.
he is,
We know Fincher is. But no, this movie was fantastic. I think Chris Hemsworth was fantastic as a villain. I think the first time we've seen him as a villain. And there was an incredible dialogue exchange and scene. My favorite of the movie is the very final scene, which I won't spoil for you guys, but really brought it all home for me, and I got goosebumps. It was fantastic, and I really rate it, and I really recommend it. I think I gave it like 4.2 out of 5 or something like that.
Very nice.
But yeah, my expectations were kind of pretty low after just the original Mad Max, and I said in the 2 podcasts ago, I was like, I bet you Furiosa is going to be a copy and paste. Completely wrong.
Really?
I take that back.
Okay.
It was just way more story. I felt like Mad Max was all action. It was great action, but just not enough story for me to grasp on and care about. And I feel like this 100% did that. You had some child actors, which were fantastic as well. Go watch it.
Nice.
That's all I have to talk about. Been rewatching How I Met Your Mother.
Nice.
Love Island starts this week.
Hey.
So, but yeah, you guys.
Sick. I literally haven't had time to watch anything. So, Austin,
You got no wrap up?
Nothing.
I've had no time. I've been busy.
Fair.
I got time.
Fair enough.
Austin, you've got like 6 months worth of
Yeah,
stuff
I've got-
to report.
I have just recently I watched the last movie in the trilogy
5 out of 5.
The Apes.
Saw that.
Oh, wait,
watched all
War of the Planet of the
War for
yeah,
the Planet
do
of
you
the
like
Apes.
it?
Yeah, loved it.
What a
I-
trilogy.
Wait, which
So-
one's your favorite of the 3?
I gave the first one and the third one both 5, but
You didn't like the middle one,
no, I did. I gave 4.5.
but less than the other 2.
Yeah,
That's
but,
my favorite.
No, but the thing is, right? The thing is with the second one, it's still amazing. I just had. Why did I give it a little knock?
What did you, Austin?
Let me get back to that. But Dawn was amazing.
Yeah.
Dawn was amazing. I just loved. I think I'd go with War just because the way it all rounds up, the way it's all. What I loved most about the entire whole trilogy was it's more so just Caesar going to everybody else, just leave us the fuck alone. We'll leave you alone. Leave us the fuck alone, and we'll just all live in harmony. If you guys take yourselves out, not my problem.
Yeah.
I'm here for my apes and that kind of stuff. And then just like what Caesar goes through in the third one, like I just because I had seen it when I was like when it came out, but it's 7 years ago, so I didn't totally forget about it. But as I was watching, I totally forgot. It's such an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
And just the payoff at the end, like it's just so, again, inspiring. Like it was just like, you want to be that kind of person for people in your lives, like that, that will not necessarily follow you, but like, they're just someone that you can look to and trust. And like, no matter the situation, you're like, not I've got the answers, but like what I do affects the outcome of everything. So loved the Apes trilogy from start to finish, like just seeing how far they've come and what they were doing. Like I didn't think to myself, an ape wouldn't be able to do that, but just like I bought into everything. I just bought into everything. It was so cool. And then
how good is like the CGI and all that? It feels so real and lived in, and it's
absolutely.
It's
and now like I remember like in the trilogy I had seen Rise and War, but I didn't think I'd seen Dawn. So when I watched Dawn, like I loved that one. Like that. Now I'm thinking about why didn't I give it 5? I think they're all 5.
Dude,
I got to go back and give it 5.
I love that opening sequence. How it like starts on his face.
Oh,
and
yeah,
zooms
yeah,
out, and then they're
100%.
doing all the calls with the
absolutely.
sign language. It's so cool.
And just the power struggle between Koba and Caesar was.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought that was such a good avenue to go
So
down.
good.
Like I thought that was amazing for the sake of the story and stuff. But so I did the War of the Planet of the Apes. You guys touched on it a couple episodes ago. I can't remember, but Invincible season 2.
Yes.
Did that. Loved it.
good,
Season 1 had more happen in it in terms of like, devastating action, that kind of shock factor, like that kind of stuff.
But
Whereas
this new
season 2 was such a personal journey. Like it was so good to see them like just go all in on Mark's, struggles as like he tries to balance personal life, superhero life, like that kind of stuff. And then that moment at the end.
I haven't seen it.
Okay. Why not?
No, I've seen the first season, not the second season.
Not the second
season. I've seen half the second season. We touched on this.
Which moment can you hint on it without spoiling it?
I can with a line of dialogue.
Yeah.
Because that's what I had for me before I started watching it. And it kind of got me to watch it.
Okay.
No, it's not really a spoiler. When he says...
Go daddy!
What was that?
Wait, I'm trying to find the beep one.
Hello and welcome.
Oh. Hold on, was that what I think it was? Anyways.
Oh my days.
Sorry, mate.
We can either cut that out or we can leave it in, but that's not what he says. When he says, he told me he was stronger.
Yeah.
Holy shit, man.
Yeah.
When that happened, I was just...
I really liked that too, yeah.
This was a fucking great season.
Mate, you got to get onto X-Men 97.
I will. I absolutely will.
I'm going to get on that.
Has Lockie been telling you?
I only thought about it when we caught up. Like, and you guys were talking about how good it was.
Yes.
That's what I've been thinking about.
I saw you the other day. Yeah.
Speaking of animation, Demon Slayer's back.
Yes.
So I've been watching that weekly, but I'm going to let it play out because they're 20-minute episodes and they end on, like, nothing really happens in anime at the start of the season, of the arc, I should say. Mm. And then it all pays off and it's like the best thing you've ever seen. But like, it's all like exposition, then you get to the cool stuff. And so I'm going to stop watching it week to week. I just couldn't contain my excitement when I heard that it was back. But Attack on Titan, I haven't been back since I watched Attack on Titan, but that might just be my favorite show ever. Period.
Attack on Titan?
Yeah, like my emotional connection to it was such a devastating and traumatic event happens at the start that devastates the main crew and the main characters. Have you watched it?
I've seen a bit of it,
yeah. You've watched a bit of it?
I've seen some of the first season.
You haven't.
That's what you think.
It's a really
you
cool,
are correct.
Yeah.
I really like the concept behind it.
The concept is amazing. And when that stuff happens at the start, the mystery and the intrigue draws you in and you want to know why it happened and what is the effects of it all and everything. And you go on the journey with the main character throughout, but then you start to... Everyone he meets and associates with and the sort of scout regime that he joins to fight the Titans with such a personal vendetta towards them. And as everything unfolds, the way they tell, like the storytelling in this and the structure is perfection. And then the band of people that are all so, sounds really sad to say, but like broken.
Yeah.
And they all come together and the sense of family is created. And like they just, doesn't matter the circumstances, it doesn't matter what they're going through, as long as they protect each other and they have each other's back. Like that just, it hit with me for some reason. Like I was just like, I am so attached to this group of people and anything that they go through. I'm so on edge, just being like, I hope they're all right. I hope they get through this. But I challenge anybody to go through Attack on Titan and not come out thinking that Captain Levi is the best character in all anime. I'd go as far as to say, in my personal opinion, in anything I've watched, my favorite character of all time. Yeah. Because there was a point where everybody I was telling that I was watching Attack on Titan, they were like, just wait for Levi's moment. Just wait for Levi's moment. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, he's had so many cool ones already.
Yeah.
And then he'd have a cool moment. He'd like, is that it? And I'd go tell them, is this it? They're like, no. I was like, what do you mean? Like, it's going to get better than that. Like, yep. And then when the moment finally came, when I tell everybody about Attack on Titan, I show them this scene. I go, you have to watch it because of this. Yeah. I can't tell you how many times I've rewatched it on YouTube. Like, it is like...
Don't tell me, because now I actually want to get back into the show. I might watch it.
My goodness. And then they did the final season.
So it's finished?
It's finished.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
But what they're doing is they're bringing out like a new season, but based on Levi. Like, Levi got such positive feedback as a character and such... Like, everybody loved him that they're like, we need to...
Is he the main character?
No.
He's like a side character, but he's just really cool.
Oh, okay. And when I tell you...
He's just a badass.
Yeah. When he's got, like, a backstory, like when I mentioned before that they're broken, like, Levi's part of it.
Yeah.
He's got some he's got some stuff, man. Like he really came from nothing to what he is now is like truly, truly inspiring. And like the best part about it is all the anime I've watched. I say all the anime. I've only watched Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, Attack on Titan, and Solo Leveling. Attack on Titan, they're all human. Whereas everything else is like fantastical and like they go through, they've got special abilities and stuff. But the fact that they're all human and they can pull off what they do is like you have that better connection than that. So, you know, it's challenging Demon Slayer as my number one spot on the best anime I've watched. But like, I would put it up there as like my favorite show of all time. It's so good and like,
that's a raving review right there.
I need you guys to watch it because when you get to Levi's moment, bro, oh my God.
How many seasons?
4.
How many episodes?
Oh, is it only 4?
There is like probably 20, maybe even 28 episodes.
Per season.
I'll do you a trade. I watched Attack on Titan. You watch Puppy Love.
Done. I'll do that.
That's such an easy trade-off. It's one movie versus like 80 episodes.
I'll watch
I didn't say how many episodes of Attack on Titan. I could just watch the trailer. All right?
Actually, do you know what? I don't give it. I'll watch the movie. Just watch Levi's moment. I'll link you to Levi's moment.
No, I'm not going to do that. I have to watch the whole thing.
Do that,
Oh, but it's funny. So I say, again, Attack on Titan, they did their thing. And then I don't even know who did it. But they ranked like best anime episodes of all time, like top 10 anime episodes of all time.
Levi's moment is number 1.
No, Attack on Titan has 6.
You've said this to me before.
6 of the 10 spots.
Yeah,
but what comes before Levi's moment?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's number 1. So like Levi's moment's in there, but what comes before it is number 1
in the same show.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So there's a moment that's just like amazing.
In terms of like, think of Rocky's steps. You know, when he runs up and he's like
an iconic.
When people say this moment happens, Levi's moment's after. But like this, and when you really break it down, you just the attention to detail and everything they did with Attack on Titan is just as hopeful filmmakers, us all in this room, like that for me was another like. I've got to do this. Like, I need to make stuff. So
nice.
Look, I've watched a lot, but
so in your 5-year plan, when are you coming back to filmmaking?
Wait, no, we'll get there in the progress. Don't jump the gun because there's something else I wanted to touch on before we go to the progress. You can actually think about that question.
I will.
But I wanted to mention something before we move on. Something that I hope we've all seen by now. I know you have. I don't know about you, Austin. It's called Nothing Except Everything.
Oh, yes.
But this is
I
that story.
rewatched it again last night.
I rewatched it as well.
I haven't watched it.
The directing is so clean.
It's fucking just like, crisp, man.
And so he's just a teenager.
If you guys don't know, basically the story, there's a 17-year-old, well, was 17-year-old Asian American dude named Wesley Wang, and in his final year of high school or whatever he was doing, he created a short film. He'd been creating films up until like then or whatever, and he entered it in a couple festivals. It got into a couple, right? But not the big ones.
He put 40 grand into it as well.
He put 40 grand into it. He then decided to upload it on YouTube as a last ditch resort. Anyways, the film went viral, and as it was going viral, he entered Harvard, his first year in Harvard when he was 18, and then Darren Aronofsky saw the film and cold emailed him and was like, hey, drop out of Harvard right now. So he did so, and he has now become the youngest person to ever sign a Hollywood deal with a production company, and he sold the film to Sony and is now directing the feature with Darren Aronofsky producing.
I can't wait to see the feature. That's gonna be sick.
That's amazing.
I you know what it gives? What's that movie we got? Is it like 3rd grade? What's it called?
8th grade.
8th grade. It
That's
gives me that
movie.
vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like that kind of high schoolish kind of feel.
Yeah, a little bit different, but yeah. I think this one's a bit more stylized. 8th grade goes for hyper-realism.
That's true. I'll tell you what this is the first piece of media where I've seen Gen Z displayed where I haven't cringed.
Yeah, that's what I said to you. It's like ADHD in a nutshell.
Yeah, but like usually you cringe at like, oh my God, they're TikTok living. Right?
Yeah.
You know that's my pet peeve with films.
Yeah,
no, you're so right though, hey.
Yeah.
Like, and it feels nostalgic and it feels... I don't know. It really it took me back to my final year of high school. Did it do that for you?
Not necessarily. I'm inspired.
Yeah.
Fuck man, I'm inspired. What?
So you haven't watched it yet, Austin?
No. But I've heard the story. I've heard
Yeah.
the story, and then when I listening to you guys today, driving here, and I heard it again, I was like, I need to watch it.
It's like 12 minutes long. Just watch it.
Yeah,
on
but no,
YouTube.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
But you didn't add those details.
Right,
So-
right. Well, yeah, it's I just wanted to touch on it again because it's really inspired me. I think.
Yeah. I want to make some more content for YouTube as well.
Yeah.
Maybe just a few easy short films and things.
Okay.
Just chuck them
Fantastic.
on. Just content.
I think that's what you should do as well.
Yeah,
But-
put your films on there.
We'll get into the progress. my
Yeah,
friends.
100%. But I just want to mention that if you guys haven't seen it, I wanted to make sure that you go ahead and watch it. It's now racked up almost 6 million views. You know what's crazy though? Like, dude, the Flash film that I did.
It's got the same amount of views, right?
Where's my Darren Aronofsky gold email?
Oh man.
But to be fair,
Barry Allen wearing a Marvel shirt.
Mate. How did it get that many views? I will never know. But what I've done is I found my login to that account, privated all the other stuff that was on there, kept my progression of films from the Flash film to the Star Wars film to my HSE
Now
film.
put Osmar on there.
To everything. It's still gone through festivals.
Are you going to put
And
it on
then-
afterwards?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
So then I'm going to upload 2 lessons soon. I kept boxed in.
Yeah.
From uni.
That is actually a banger.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I changed it. It's a film, and then Josh Urquhart or not. But yeah, I have 24,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
May as well
You've
make
got
use
the
of it.
May as well
right?
fucking make use of it. But that's what I uploaded my
Isn't that
Indiegogo
insane?
Yeah.
crowdfunding
That's good.
video onto. Anyways, I think a good place to start with the progress is Austin.
Oh God.
I think we go to you first. I want to know why, and if you're comfortable talking about it, why you took a break from the podcast, because I feel like that leads into your progress and where you're at now and into your 5-year journey.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So I've had a lot to think about in terms of life, my dreams, my goals, what's logistically achievable and everything like that in terms of where I'm at in life, because I had a pretty sad, it's not a sad realization, but I just thought to myself, and I had realized it prior, but like, nothing's going to come to me. I have to go out and make it happen. Goes without saying, and I know it sounds kind of dumb, but I'm 27 now, right? Got a mortgage.
You're 30. Sorry.
Pretty much 30.
And a
I've
half.
got a-
I'm joking. Sorry, I was sorry
you're
to
right,
break
you're
that
right.
serious moment. there.
You're right. It makes me feel good.
Yeah.
About my age. But no, so I'm 27. I have a mortgage,
Dog.
dog, and responsibilities, I should say. So my source of income is enough to keep my head afloat, and I needed to figure out a way to sort of create another. I've always wanted to do videography and photography, but more so videography. So I took a leap with my mate that has his own carpentry business. You guys have probably seen the videos I do for him. But I saw it along Instagram and stuff like that. I saw like a sudden boom, and it's still kind of rising in like construction content. And I was like, I have no idea how to do this. I don't really know where to start or like how to really do it. So I just messaged my mate and I said, hey, bro, do you want content like for your business? He goes, yeah, I'm in talks with another videographer at the moment, but like if it falls through with them, I'll hit you up. So I was like, oh, fuck, like I don't really have anything to show to compete with anyone. So I don't know. I'll just kind of stay consistent with him and see what happens. And so I was messaging him every 2 days going like, hey, bro, do you need content? You need content.
Amazing.
And then he kind of
That reminds me of someone else that has been messaging people every couple of days. Sorry, I keep fucking ruining the moment.
No, it's totally fine. And then it went from like, I didn't realize I was doing it at the time, but he went from like, oh yeah, I've got this other videographer that's kind of like flaky, but then Austin's real persistent and wants to do it, and he doesn't give a fuck about the travel because it's out of Kurrajong. I'm filming all this stuff out of Kurrajong, so
holy crap.
I'm pretty sure I can see the house we filmed at from where I'm filming at the moment. But then he goes, yeah, bro, all right, 100%, let's do it. And then I said, look, I'll do it for free until you're happy with the product, and then we'll start. Yeah, so luckily he was happy enough with the first product, and then the rest have all been paid so far. So that was kind of like a wake-up call for me. I was like, I can actually do this. Like, and Beth, my amazing partner, and I came up with a plan at the start of the year. We're going to create vision boards of how we want our 2024 to look, or just life in general. The one bit of like photo I put in the middle of it all around everything else was just fucking try. That's in the middle of it all. It sounds cheesy as fuck. I don't care. It's helped. But I thought to myself, like, there's no harm in trying. Like, it doesn't matter.
I think that's how you avoid regrets in your life.
Exactly.
Well, because, you know, if you look back and you can say, at least I tried, it's better than being like, I never tried.
That's exactly my thought process. And like, when I filmed the first video, the content sat there for like a month. I was like, I don't know what to do. Like, editing wise, like, I shot all this content, but I don't know what to do with it. And then Beth's just like, just do it. I was like, all right, fair enough. Did it. He was happy with it. And that was the kind of like validation and, you know, drive I kind of needed when he was like, yeah, bro, this is good. I was like, oh shit, really? Like, there's no, you know, back and forth. Like, I did this for this reason, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, okay, I can actually kind of do this. And then my mate who you guys met just now, I was shooting content for him, like just photos though. And then I was like, hey bro, do you want videos as well? So I've got some videos for him. And then from that, I met a professional golfer in my building, and I'm shooting content for him, and he's teaching me how to play golf.
Did you end up sorting that situation with you said you need my help to do the golf video, the sample thing?
Still a work in progress. But then, yeah, he came on board, and so I'm doing content for him. He's teaching me how to play golf, but he still wants to pay me. So I'm like, okay, we'll work that out. So we're working that stuff out now. Then I had... I won't go into details because I don't know how far this reaches in terms of who actually listens from this company.
We're pretty international.
Yeah. So I did production work for a company. They needed some videos. I went out and shot for them. They weren't satisfied with what I shot for them. It all fell through. It was a pretty shitty experience. Still got paid, not as much as I originally came on board for, but at the end of the day, sometimes that happens, right? You don't want to go through it, but it's lessons learned and you figure stuff out, right? So anyway, that went in the bin, got paid the amount of money I did, and then I was like, okay, that was a lesson learned. I know what to do moving forward, and I can now apply that knowledge to videography moving forward. And then from there, I'd like to say that my production has improved just a little bit because it's unofficial for now, but I'm in talks with actually working part-time for a production company out of DY. So it's close to work as well. I actually shot for him on Friday for Mazda. That was
holy crap.
Yeah, that was really scary. But
I didn't tell any of the boys, leaving it for the potty. Respect.
That was actually when you guys were giving feedback to Fetty. So I was on site shooting. I was like, I really want to get in on this and read the script. But I'm here shooting for Mazda at the moment. I was like,
so cool.
So what they were doing was the radio station 2GB were doing a car giveaway at the Mazda dealership in Blacktown. So when I rocked up, they were on air, and I was like, oh, fuck, okay, I guess I'm getting straight into this. Yeah. But the guy provided me with his gear. So I used Sony A7S III, the wonderful camera we shoot on here, and I got to use a DJI RS3 gimbal. I've since fallen in love with that gimbal, and I'm going to get it. I need to
upgrade because I got the Mark 1, but the Mark 4's come out. It's nice.
Fuck, it's beautiful. I loved it. And so, spent 4 hours on site shooting on Friday, and he's going overseas tomorrow to shoot. I can't remember what he's shooting, but he's going to Tennessee to shoot. And then he's got a week holiday in New York. Then when he gets back, he told me that he wants me to shoot some luxury cars that are clients of his. So he shoots for like Porsche GWM.
Wow.
I don't want to say Lamborghini because there just so happened to be a Lamborghini on the site that he was shooting for Porsche at Bankstown Airport. At Bankstown Airport, where he shoots for like people that own private jets and stuff like that. Like he shoots that kind of stuff. And so, you know, I've hit it off really well with this guy, and like he's like, look, if I bring you on board, it'll help me out a lot, because at the moment I'm shooting and then I have one guy who's editing, and then when he helps me with shoots, the editing work builds up. So I need you on board to do it. So it's cool. So I'm going to learn off him and really get going in terms of videography.
Amazing,
So in terms of where I'm at in terms of videography, I went through this whole entire journey to figure out my 5-year plan. And with that, I have a structure and kind of like goals I've set to kind of hit. One of them got put in motion last night, and it's a tiny step in that direction, which is really, really fucking cool. I'm really, really excited about it. But essentially, and it goes without saying, because when I was shooting for Will Build, the carpentry company, I was just going out there and shooting for 2 hours, just kind of like fly on the wall approach and just filming them work. And then I was like, I need to come up with a structure and like really come up with a productive way to best utilize my time, his time, and generate stuff for his social media. So I came up with like this monthly package that I said, all right, look, I've charged you a couple of times now, but each time they've been different, like just in terms of what I think. But I'm going to send you this package, and we're going to just do this monthly thing where I come out to you, I'll shoot all the videos that we've said we're going to shoot, and then you pay this much per month, and then that way I can just have content ready for you to post with 1 day's worth of shoot. If you have other stuff you need me to shoot, there will be additional costs, but like blah, blah, blah. Put that in motion. He was like, fine, let's do it. I was like,
you, businessman.
Fuck yeah, that was really good. So then that's me. I've kind of gone, I need to put stuff in place to do that. So then with the 5-year plan, I don't really want to say it on the podcast in case it doesn't happen the way I want it to.
Why not?
But hold yourself. I was just about to say that.
And then in 5 years, it'll be like Austin.
Yeah. But
give us some insight.
The end goal is to have a production company.
Nice.
Right, that's the 5-year goal.
Videography
and
film.
Film's coming out of that production company, but like podcasting.
Oh yeah, baby.
Different areas that I think that
good experience.
People can bring on board. So like I look at the clients that I'm kind of dealing with at the moment. I kind of want to bring them under that umbrella. And then I've actually spoken to you about this. Remember we spoke about it out front of your house. Like if you boys come on board, Indy, if you come on board as well, like you all have your areas of expertise that can become, you know, ways we can all collaborate. And then when it comes time, like they can be production company originals, you know what I mean? Like we can fund our own projects.
Mind you, I feel like you can do the things that you want to do as individuals as well.
Absolutely.
Because it's like
100%.
We make a production together. We don't have to be under one company name.
Absolutely not.
We could just like say you need another videographer. I just come with you. And
Absolutely.
we just like invoice as separate. Or
exactly.
Like as
100%.
You know what I mean? Like,
that's what I mean.
It doesn't
as well.
make that much of a difference.
No,
really.
no, absolutely not. So yeah, that's a pipe dream. Like that's like
that's
way down the line.
Fantastic
right?
thing to aim towards, mate. That's awesome.
For the first time, and it sounds cliche as, but I feel like I was in like a, you know, in like movies they go to dream seekers and just a plain white room, and then a path gets laid out for them.
Yeah,
I feel like that's happened. You know what I mean? Like there's little steps that I can do. So way back at the start, like before I had this realization and stuff like that, like I was lost, man. Like I directed 2 films that kind of didn't have a plan afterwards, like kind of just did it and then whatever happened.
What point are you talking about specifically? After Baron?
After Baron, right? So I was motivated as to edit Baron after, but then I like every film or production or anything in life presents challenges, and you kind of have that moment where if you're the one in control of it, it's easy to go, I'll do it later. It doesn't happen later. So then the weight of both Baron and Stain was weighing on me a bit, and I just kind of went, I'm just going to just pocket them for now, and like, I'll get back to them. I'm a filmmaker. I'm a director. I'll get back to it. And that just never happened. And then that started to weigh on me a bit, to the point where when we actually had that, you know, photo shoot for the podcast, like I was just, you guys probably picked up on it. I was down. Like I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I was like,
Did you pick up on that? I didn't.
A little bit.
Yeah, I was like, I have no idea how to get out of this.
Oh, actually, yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
And I was just like, I can't see a way out of it. I don't know what's doing and stuff like that. So, further listening to you guys and stuff like that, it really helped. And,
that's good.
Even like the guests you guys brought on and hearing like their thoughts and stuff like that, and they kind of been in a similar situation.
Everyone goes through it, man.
Everyone goes through it. I was like, Austin, you're not fucking special. Everyone has their struggles. You've just got to fucking shut up, get done, get it done, go out there. That's my view. I'm not telling anybody to shut up and get it done. Yeah. But I was just like, Austin, stop feeling sorry for yourself. The only person that's going to make it happen is you. So get out there and fucking do it. And that's kind of been my whole thing was just fucking try it. Just try it.
I agree and disagree. I don't know if that's the right thing. So I disagree in the fact that you're putting down your problems. I feel like, your problems are as important as everybody else's. Like not, everybody goes through their own things. They're all at different levels and stuff like that. Yeah. But I agree in the fact that, to be in this industry, you just need to get to it.
Exactly right.
Do it.
Yeah.
So, and stop feeling sorry for yourself because 100% because you're not going to get anywhere if you just don't keep pushing forward.
Exactly.
And you've done it. And, but saying that and keeping that in mind, everybody goes through their own struggles.
Exactly.
I have a question for you guys because I've sort of felt this shift recently where I've just really, now that I've got quite a few projects coming up, I'm really in creator mode and I've found myself shift from consumer to creator.
Good.
And it's like I don't, because one thing I really love is YouTube. I watch like a lot of videos on YouTube and stuff. And recently I've just had less interest in watching stuff and I'm more thinking just about creating stuff.
Do you know what? That's actually great because that was a big factor into what I was doing when I was pocketing your
letterboxed things went up as your projects went down.
Exactly. Yeah. That's exactly right. I was like, I love watching this, but I love this so much, but it's actually kind of destroying me at the same time. Like I'm not doing this, which is what I want to do. Yeah. So no, full credit to you, stay in that because there will always be time to consume.
Exactly.
But there's always going to be time to create. So you just got to get out there and do it.
I want to keep the fire burning as long as I can.
Exactly. So
I feel like I haven't really struggled with that, actually.
It's not really a struggle. It's just more like an observation or like a flow.
But you see, I feel like in the way that it works to me is that I've never been one or the other. It's always been a harmonious cycle with me with watching things gets me inspired to create. I'm not saying that's not what happens for you guys, but it's never been like I'm watching too much or I'm creating too little or I'm creating too much, I'm watching too little. I feel like it's always been pretty equal.
No, I definitely do have good stages like that for sure. But I think right now I'm just really highly strung
in tune in your creative
mode.
For sure, man.
And I mean, it might also be just because I literally haven't had time to watch stuff.
It's just good.
Create.
But no, I'm not going to sit here and say that, this is the answer to it all and everything. And I want to put it out there to everyone that
it's a answer.
Yeah, it helps. And I understand that, some people have it way worse than others and, situations are different and everything.
We've literally talked about this every week. It's when it comes to this industry, everybody's at different stages. Some people, for example, me and Dan, we still live at home. You have a mortgage.
Yeah, it's
so much. It's so different.
You can't compare.
Exactly. No. Everybody has their own journey.
Exactly right. So it's again, to bring it back to movies. When I rewatched Across the Spider-Verse multiple times. When they're having that parent-teacher interview thing, the teacher holds up a bit of paper and goes, everybody's... what did she say? Something across the line. I'm going to paraphrase because I can't remember the exact dialogue. Everybody is a multiverse or something, and this piece of paper has nothing about your son on it or something like that. They're saying that about Miles.
It's morbid.
Yeah, man, I have no idea, but
it's analogy of everybody in the world is a string of the multiverse or something like that. Everybody has their own branches and stuff.
Sure,
like that, right?
Yeah, I get you. Yeah.
And my world and my version of it, we just had its own problems, so I needed to get on top of it and figure it out. And that's what I still have some stuff to figure out, but. Like I said, that dream sequence happened, the path laid out, I'm taking little steps towards that. So it got me in a position where I was like, okay, this needs to happen. So I just made the decision literally when we were hanging out the other day. I went, all right, Stain's benched for now because the animation is just too big a task right now to hang over me. So I've benched that.
You tried.
Yeah, not to take away from everybody's hard work that was put on that. It's going to happen, just not right now.
Yeah.
And I just went, all right, I'm going to put all my eggs in the Baron basket and get that made. So by the time this probably comes out, Lockie and I have sat down and edited the shit out of it. So I'm meeting up with him on Sunday.
Cool.
And we're going to shoot some stuff. We're going to fly our drones around and hang out, but we're going to get Baron done at the same time because it's not as mammoth task as I thought it was going to be. Lockie, him and I share the DaVinci Cloud thing, so he's currently he has access to it as well. He saved the fight scene as well, like that 2-on-1 fight scene at the bottom. He edited it and it looks fucking amazing. So it kind of put it on a positive trajectory.
Yeah.
And
just something I realized with putting all my stuff up online, just put it up. It doesn't matter if it's not perfect.
Exactly right.
Somebody might get some enjoyment out of it.
Exactly right.
My last film, Falling, I don't think it's my best work, but there are some people who, like, it's Indy's favorite one that I've done, you know.
Nice.
So, like, somebody's going to get something out of it.
Exactly.
So, you know, just put it out there.
And the main thing that I thought about when I originally made Baron and kind of something I lost sight of was I'm not doing this for anybody else. I'm kind of putting it there to see where I started and then work on from there, like improve. So that is kind of going to be my goal, is to put it up on YouTube as like that I made that. I put a lot of heart and soul into it, but it's only upwards from here. So that's what I'm going to do for it. And like, if it gains positive traction and it makes someone's day or something like that, that's a positive. But that's always been my goal with it, is like, that's the start of the action film director in me, which I lost sight of again. But, you know, I've got the fire back, I've got the passion back, and especially with what I'm doing, it's kind of made me realize like this was always what I was going to do. And again, it was probably short-sighted of me, but when we started the podcast and the accountability and stuff, I was like, I'm fixed. It happens. Like it's happening now. So again, the podcast is what I have to thank for everything that I'm doing now and the realizations that I've gone through. So, you know, putting all my eggs in the Baron basket, but I've done a little something as well. I've like skeleton written another story as well, which I've benched for now while I finish Baron. But like, it's when I did that, I was like, this is what I did with Stain and Baron at the same time. Like Stain was ticking over, and so I went, all right, I need another thing to kind of just creatively stimulate me, and I did that again. So I'm reeling it right back though. Like,
good man,
basic as shit, but I feel it's pretty effective. So I'm keen to show you guys that when it gets to a point.
Perfect.
But nah, man, I'm better.
Man,
good.
So yeah, it feels good to say all that. And
good stuff, mate. That's good to hear, man. And
yes.
you know, we're always here for you.
Thank you. I appreciate
take
that.
as much time as you want off, because we know good things flourish.
And I appreciate all that.
There's always a seat here for you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And yeah, you guys have been a massive help, so I really appreciate that.
Of course, mate.
Anytime.
Always.
So yeah, that's my progress.
Wow. Let's give a round of applause.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. I don't feel like that's the right one.
Dan, your busiest week, my brother.
Oh, my Lord.
Tell us. What's been happening, bro?
So we got this action.
Anyways, okay, so for the dependent...
Why do I hang out with you?
I love you, man. I do. Oh, it's the old man emphysema coming along.
My back. All right, so we got a bunch of projects, as I mentioned. The action film. It's always, my phone's always going off.
It's on Do Not Disturb right now?
No, it's not on Do Not Disturb, so it's been vibrating in my pocket. Which is, I kind of
What?
It's like he kind of likes it. I was waiting for a fucking joke. And he said, like, write that down.
No, it's just you've got to, I think in roles like this, you've got to just, and in this day and age as well, I often wonder how people back in the day would have made films where you can't communicate with people as efficiently and quickly as you can. Like imagine you need to ask your AD something. It's like, what, you got to ring him on a home phone or something. Or you got to wait like 6 hours to get a response or something. You know what I mean? Whereas now it's like, oh, need something done, just text it to them.
Yeah.
You'd have to do things yourself, I guess. But,
just meet up in person.
Yeah, I guess. But you know how there's so many little tasks that it's just easy to text someone and be like, have you done this? Yep. Just makes it so much easier. And I'm very big on communication. I try to be as responsive as I can, and I really appreciate when other people do that for me.
Same.
I think one of my pet peeves is people who just don't communicate very well.
Oh yeah.
You know who you are.
I think like if you can't do something, if I need things done, right? If I'm making a film and I have certain tasks to do and I ask someone to do it.
Yeah.
If they don't have the time to do it, that's fine. Just let me know so I can designate that task to someone else or do it myself. But if I've asked someone to do something and, days have gone by and they haven't responded or even worse, they've read it and not responded.
Bullshit.
And I'm like,
you ain't going to be hired again, that's for sure.
It's just like, just let me know. Just fill me in so I can do something about this, Like, I won't even be angry if you can't do it. It's just I'd rather know so I can fix this problem and keep moving forward.
Man.
100%.
I feel your pain.
Yeah, exactly. Not that anything like that has happened on this film. I'm just bringing it up, but no, it's been really good. And I think the director's mentioned that he likes that I'm quick to respond. You know what I mean? Because it just makes things easier for him. And no, it's been good. Like there's been a lot to do on this film, obviously, because it's a big action film. There's like on some of the bigger days, there's going to be 40 people on set. And I'm or more actually, and I'm first AD, so I'm sort of running the show. So I'm a little bit stressed about some of those days. And
ask Lucas how he handled my set. He'll be able to give you some advice.
Oh man, and I met the stunt coordinator. His name's Ray Anthony, and he's really good. He's intense, but he's very passionate about what he does. And he was just explaining the stunts. He's like, "Yeah, we can do this. We can throw a person over the table.
Do you know him or something?
Jump over the balcony, all this stuff."
Does he do the stunt consultants?
I'm not too sure. He has like a company and stuff. Like he's been doing this for a long time. And the guy that he brought, his assistant, is in the Wolverine movie how he fights the guy on top of the train.
Yes.
That guy that he fights is also on set. So if you come, you'll meet him.
Name, yeah.
Yeah, he's
is he the one who did Matrix?
Awesome. I think they did. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Like they're really good guys. They've been in the industry a long time. Yeah, he was just giving notes on the script and stuff as well because he's like a perfectionist and he cares about the projects he's on, and he was saying like it doesn't make sense, this and this and that. And I think that input is just really valuable and really important when, anyone from any department should really give their 2 cents, within a certain extent, I think. Don't go overboard and try and direct the project. But, I think directors really appreciate when it's a team effort, and if you provide a contribution that is, you can provide your own flair on something, your own opinion. I think that can be really valuable, and that's what
absolutely.
Like. We're actually shooting tomorrow, so that's the first day on set. So we're filming at a cafe.
So when this comes out, you would be done, right, or near halfway?
Well, the thing, I don't know if I can do next week unless we do the end of next week, which will be after the shoot. So yeah, we'll probably by the time I'm next in this studio, we'll have been finished the shoot, so I can do a bit of a wrap up.
Nice.
I'll give it a bit of a plug. So the film is called A Punch for a Buck. It's directed by Jamie Pan, and so I don't know if I've spoken about the premise of the film, but it's about this guy that goes to a poker game and then he finds out it's a little bit more sinister than he expected. It turns out to be this underground fight club.
Nice.
And so he goes there for a cash prize and then figures out, no, instead of a poker game, you're actually going to have to fight a bunch of people, basically. And the reason that he actually wants this money is because he wants to produce a film.
Nice.
And then he meets this girl there and she's an actress and she wants the money as well. And then so they end up butting heads.
I like that. That's a cool concept.
Yeah, no, it's a cool concept, and it's about I think it's 21 pages right now, so it'll probably be around 20-minute short film.
It's bit too long for Dan's standard.
No, but I think it's going to be a really fun shoot. It's a really good crew as well. I brought on a couple people.
Nice.
So it's going to be really fun to work with everyone, and yeah, I'm
Did you say
excited for it.
Are you on it? Are you?
Well, Indy's going to come on as an extra.
Nice. Okay, cool.
So yeah. So that's that film. The music video is coming along well. I've sort of, because I've been working on this film so heavily, I've put that behind a little bit. But the main thing that I sorted out since the last pod was the location. So that fell through. And then I think Natalia, the artist, was stressing a little bit about it, and I was like, don't worry, like these things happen all the time. Like there are projects where you literally get a location the night before, you know. I remember a couple years back when I did Falling, I was trying to film at a train station, and every time I'd email them, they'd say, yeah, that's fine. And then they would keep saying, oh, you can't film at this train station, you have to film at this one. And then it went around like 4 different times, like different train stations. And then they were eventually like, no, you can't do it. So I was like, you know what? I just rocked up on the day with a camera and just filmed the actors. Like I was just inconspicuous about it. Just had a red camera.
Yep.
Had a camera operator who was holding it and just told the actors what to do. And we got real life extras because people were getting off the train.
There you go.
So it actually, some of my favorite shots in the film that we just guerrilla style shot.
Were you on that Remnant shoot with Jay and Fetty?
Yeah.
Was that guerrilla?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was so guerrilla. It's not funny.
Sometimes it works out, but
sense.
there are other times.
Have you watched that, Remnant?
I feel like you'll like
I don't think so. Yeah, send it to me. Is it available somewhere to watch?
Yeah, it's on Jay's YouTube.
Jay has a YouTube?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out.
That's good. It's a Jay. It's Jay directed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Jay kind of film.
Okay, sick. Yeah, cool. Does someone die in it?
I feel like if Jay posted Meet Me at Ours to YouTube,
I was gonna say
it would blow. It did publicly.
Oh.
Really? Does it have views? Like
Recently?
Views?
Like end of last year.
What the?
Really?
I have to check
No
it out.
way.
Me at
Do it. And it was like, oh, I just posted it. And then I told you this, and you're like, oh, I haven't seen it yet.
I didn't know it was public though.
Are we sure?
Wait, it is. Wait. How many views?
Is that Meet Me at Ours? Oh my god! It's on there.
Wait. How many views has it got?
God.
28 views.
Oh no.
That's actually surprising because it's.
Because I was worried that because the first thing that comes up with 154 views is the Meet Me at Ours crowdfunding.
The crowdfunding has more than the actual.
Yeah.
But no, that's on YouTube. So
Wow, there you go.
It's a good little film as well. It should have more views for sure.
With Jay's,
Guys, go watch it. Meet Me at Ours. Jay Cheston's
for
short film.
sure.
With Jay's films, there's a common theme, I should say.
It's sort of like
pretty
Fetty's
powerful.
films.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Lockie's trying to get him to direct a film that he wrote.
Fetty.
Oh wait, no, Lockie's trying to get him to direct the film that he just wrote.
He wants Fetty to direct.
And he wants
it.
Jay.
Oh, yeah, he
It's
should.
a Jay film.
Oh, it is for sure. Yeah,
So,
that would
and
be
we'll
good.
see how that goes.
Yeah, nice.
Sorry, continue, mate.
Cool. Yeah, so we sorted out that issue with the location. It's a really beautiful location. We were there this morning looking at the light. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We just gotta cast one of the leads as well. There's 3 characters in it. We've got 2. So just got to get one more, and then I just want to do like some previs stuff. I love my previs.
Where do I audition?
Do you want to be in it?
Yeah, why not?
We can't.
Okay.
So that's the music video. Everything's going well. That's in like 4 weeks' time, so got some time. And then short film after that, which
Yes.
So me and Finn Middleton, who is an actor who's recently graduated JMC, love him. Shout out to Finn if you're watching.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So yeah, Finn's written the script, and it was really good considering it was his first time.
Yep.
But I said, look, so it's about a hitman. The premise is a little bit generic. It's about a hitman who's trying to get money, and then what is that? I can't even.
I mean, that is what a hitman does, I think.
Yeah, I'm trying to even remember like what the basic plot was again. But anyway, he's trying to get money from this. Why am I having a brain fart?
Oh,
I don't know.
God.
Anyway, there's a hitman story, and I was like, look,
Yeah.
this is a little bit generic. Maybe
It's
we
hard
can
to do a hitman story.
Yeah, like, and he was like, yeah, I've watched a few online, and they're just a little bit hard to sit through. It's just hard to do when it's very nuanced on a budget and that kind of stuff. And I was
for
like,
sure.
I was like, look, I might rewrite this based on a true story of actually something that I've heard about.
Okay.
So I did that, and I made it a lot shorter and a lot simpler. Now
Yeah.
it's something that we can shoot in one location, and I've
2
added
2 nights.
Yeah, 2 nights, and
Yeah.
I sent it your way, sent it to the boys. You guys gave me,
Bro, that was one of my favorite just discussions we've had.
Yeah.
Because it went from what you tell.
No, you say what were you
No, I
gonna
was
say?
gonna say it went from like me and Lockie thinking it was totally supposed to be something else.
Yeah,
To Dan
so-
saying that is not what he intended. To then us kind of all meeting in the middle and putting you
Yeah.
on a trajectory of which we're very excited to kind of see where it goes.
Which is really good, yeah, because I think what you brought up was you said it doesn't really feel like it fits in a certain genre. I think I was trying to find that balance between comedy and drama because I wanted it to feel suspenseful and tense. And I didn't want to... I didn't want the comedy to override and make it not feel like the main character was in danger. So I think now it's just about refining it and getting that balance. But I think the feedback you boys gave really helped, and it's going to help me put it back on track.
I'm excited, man.
Yeah.
Is this another script I missed in the group chat?
Yeah. It was the script day, bro. I literally came away from that day and I called Sarah. I'm like, I've had the best day. Bludged all day at work, just reading the boys' scripts, giving feedback.
That's great.
Yeah.
And then what else have I got coming up? Just other stuff is, I worked with Flint, that production company. Honestly, wasn't my best day as a PA though. Made a couple of mistakes. Yeah, sometimes
you put 2 sugars instead of 1 in the coffee.
Well, one thing I did was that, like when I was putting out the food for everyone, I think sometimes it gets a little bit stressful, and sometimes when you panic and when you panic and you're moving fast, you can make mistakes, especially if you're a little bit green. And so there was one meal that was vegetarian, like it was dietary requirement. And because I was doing things fast, I didn't pay attention to the label and I just put it underneath the box.
Yeah.
And then everyone ended up eating from it. And
no.
Yeah. And then the producer was like pretty upset with me. She had to like order her own food, and I just said, I'm really sorry. And these things happen. And then she said at the end of the day, yeah, like it's all good, but like we probably need to do a debrief after this. I'm like, that's totally fine.
Yeah.
Oh damn! I'm sorry. Like it wasn't like a nut allergy or something.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, like
people dropping on the set.
Yeah,
yeah. So not my proudest moment, but you gotta make mistakes to learn from them.
Exactly.
So move onwards and upwards. So
big week, lads. So I think we'll first off start with we released the crowdfunding, crowdfunding video and website, and that's man, it's always so scary. Always so scary. I mean, just like getting out there and if best case scenario, you don't want to be asking people for money, right? But you kind of, it's something that you rely on a little bit now, like kind of getting into the industry and that, and if you're not, I'm quite lucky because I still have like my other job, so I'm funding the majority of the project anyway. But like for people that don't have a job, and stuff like that, like it's hard.
Yeah.
Where you kind of have to rely on people's generosity and stuff. So it's always nerve-wracking, but as soon as the first kind of donation comes in, it all goes away. And you know what? It was I think throughout this week, and as things tend to happen like throughout this project, and like even today, for example, I become more and more okay with putting the rest of the money of whatever we don't make into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's a bit scary. Like I'm not gonna drive myself broke, but I would want to at least raise a few grand for it, so I don't have to put everything in. But yeah, it's exciting. That's underway. We'll see how that goes. Again, I'm not really expecting like to raise the whole budget, of course. But yeah, we're being very methodical about it, and like in promotion and stuff with it. So yeah, that's good. That's up and away. We had a call with Federico a couple of days ago. We've been having intermittent calls with kind of everybody, kind of keeping them up to date with everything. And it was Taha's first time meeting Federico, and it was 8:30 in the morning, which was pretty early for me, but Italian time zones and all. But it was I think it was one of the best chats we've had with him. He's super busy at the moment, which is really good, but he's also super excited about the project. Like, and just hearing, he came to us with some, I don't know why I say that like I'm surprised, but he came to us with some incredible ideas, which now thinking about it, I'm not going to tell. You have to see in the finished product.
What a tease.
But he came to us with some ideas, which as soon as he said it, like we both were like, what the hell?
Can you tell us off camera?
Maybe we'll see. But
he's gonna sit on a microphone and then turn that into a sample. It sounds amazing.
I feel
like a trumpet.
I feel like I always overhype something, and then it's not as cool. So maybe I'll just leave this one for me.
Prime example, Bullet Train.
Oh,
you don't think Bullet Train's cool?
No, he thinks fucking Grey Man's cool. He's not gonna think Bullet Train's cool.
Indy, you're writing stuff down. Just write down again that he brought it up again. Good. I don't bring it up. I don't.
Hey, you brought it up this week in the group chat.
I was in the group chat.
Yeah, okay, cool. Anyways, what were we talking about before we got interrupted by that terrible
Federico.
film? Yes,
Music.
Federico's composition. It was fantastic, and Taha really, he's a one of a kind person. Like I said, I found it few and far between people that kind of match my passion with it all, and he's somebody that I'll dare to say maybe outdoes me. Was on that level, and just the way he talks about music, and he's such a intellectual brain when it comes to that side of the industry. And dude, I swear to God, he for me is on the same level as Hans Zimmer. I promise you, and I'm not overhyping this, on the same level. I put them on the set. The stuff that he produces is as good as all the best in the industry right now.
The only thing is though, like he uses computer software, right?
He can do, yeah, he does.
Do you think that there's a difference between that and like using actual orchestras and instruments and stuff?
You know what?
I feel like there
this
is actually a slight difference. That's what I've been told.
But
it's so minuscule.
But nowadays, most people, Hans and Ludwig, it's only if you have that budget, man. You get people like Junkie XL, Tom Holkenberg. I don't know if you know who he is, but he's another composer. He does everything by himself, like all on his computer. Most composers, especially when you're getting into it, that's what they're doing.
No, of course.
But the stuff that he's doing, I'd put at the top with everything. So he's I feel like with this new film coming up, we're trying so many different things to make it unlike anything people have seen or heard. All about me and trying to do it different, but I'm not just doing it different for the sake of doing it different. It really suits the story, which I'm really quite excited about. Another thing that we've been doing is I've been stressing about kind of locations for the last couple of weeks.
Location.
Yeah, man. And I think we're closing in on a location. We're just trying to sort out the budget of it all. But we're looking at a place in the Hunter Valley. Near Cessnock. So, are you fucking right, man? What's going on?
Nothing. We're just being.
I just felt this.
We're thinking of filming near Cessnock. And God, you're a child.
I'm 13. Yeah.
Yeah. And 13, 30. So we
is that a movie?
Oh, is it? Yeah. Sorry. I love it.
Suddenly 30. Great movie. It's actually a really good movie. Really
Do you
good.
find it relatable?
Absolutely.
Oh, gosh.
As of 5 years ago, Austin found that relatable.
Beth was like, watch this. I was like, documentary on me. What? No, good film. Good film. Watch it.
I love it. So we're closing in on that location, and it's perfect. It's been number one on the list ever since I found it. So fingers crossed. And then today we went on we already had this place locked in, but we went on a scout to Lithgow, where I think I told this story maybe on the pod, where when we were scouting up in the Blue Mountains like a couple weeks ago, we came across we were asking the antique people if they know any clock stores or anything like that, and they recommended us to like this clock/opal repairer person. And then he gave us an off-the-book contact that he knows of this retired man that lives all the way in Lithgow. And he gave us the number. Taha called him up, had a chat to him, got him on board for the film to act as the kind of inserts and the location for kind of the start of the film. So we went and visited him today in Lithgow, and wow, I'm blown away. It's literally my concept art, which I made for the film, on steroids.
That's sick.
I'll show you, boys. I'm going to show you right now, actually.
Okay.
Like, I do not know how to explain it, but I'm just going to show you right now. This is one of his rooms.
Whoa. Holy smokes.
Oh, that ain't anything yet.
Hang on, did you say this is in his house?
Yep.
Oh, what? I thought that was a store.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
That's what we're using it for, the store.
Yeah, wow.
So
that's perfect for it.
Right? And like, that's one of his rooms, man. And this is like, he's just got clocks everywhere. This is his back shed.
The shed.
It's just,
that's sick.
So he said he's
don't break anything.
No,
imagine someone just flying back and hitting a shelf.
Well, it's only going to be me, Connor, and Taha because they're just inserts. So
right.
yeah, He's the real life horologist, except I called him that today. And he said, "Don't call me that. I don't have the qualification."
I thought you were, don't fuck.
But he's the nicest guy, bro. I know so much about clocks now. Like, for example, did you know on clocks, right? Bro, fucking stop being a child. Oh
just
my
the
god!
look. I just give him the look.
Oh my god!
I know so much about clocks.
Yes.
Anyways, about the clocks. So what? Fun fact for you guys is basically on a clock, right? You, fuck you. You got basically now.
Yeah, the hand.
Okay, when you imagine, the clocks with Roman numerals.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you know? What the number 4 Roman numeral is?
IV.
Right. Okay. On the clock and all clocks in history, instead of IV, it's 4 singular strokes.
Really?
And the reason that is because, I don't know, some king once upon a time thought it was bad juju to put an I and a V in that spot, and he liked the 4 strokes better.
That's so
all
random.
the clocks in history are basically not legit.
No way.
Yeah.
Damn.
So you knew that? Yeah. There you go.
Indy knows so much random stuff like that.
Anyways, it was really cool. He had some quotes above his desk, which we're going to put into the production design. He also just like randomly, he's like Master Oogway, like a walking wisdom. And we were walking through the house and he gave me like a quote and I'm like, can you say that again?
Just on a piece of paper.
No,
like a fortune cookie.
he said it and I'm like, that's perfect. So that quote that he said, I wrote it down, and that's going to open the film now.
What
just
did he say?
over black. You have to see.
Just fucking try.
Yeah.
Oh man, but yeah. So that's that. We have the table read this Sunday, I think. And basically, it's like once we locked in these locations, I can do everything. But I'm starting the shot list soon. Yeah, I think we're going to go recce this house once we lock it in. Sometime next week, and then full steam ahead, basically.
Beautiful.
So
Can't wait.
Yeah, that's.
I'm actually really excited just to be on your shoot and hang out there for a few days.
Yeah,
it'll be fun.
It'll be really fun. We've got a good little crew.
Can I just say as well, like, just hearing, like, you've got your stuff going on and the film that you've got in edit progress at the moment. You jumping onto your second one as well. Like, it will never not be incredible. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
man.
Just from the start and everything that we've done and stuff like that. Like,
yeah, it is,
isn't
it? When you look back and think of how we
I just love, and like Indy's film coming as well. I can't wait to see it all just happen. Like it.
Thanks, boss.
You're just with the right people. You know what I mean?
That's
Like it's amazing. I love everything about it. I love seeing everyone around me win. You know what I mean?
Especially thank you, by the way.
Very well.
With this film, the thing that I can't wait for is I cannot wait to see the look on people's faces, because this film
just deadpan.
You dick. I can't wait, because people, like I said, we're doing some really special things with this film, and yeah, it's I truly think it's going to blow people away. So
Nice.
yeah, sweet. All happy?
Well, happy.
Let's go to the DV.
The seg.
The last segment of the podcast. What are we doing today, Indy?
Controversial takes for discussion.
Okay.
So
Oh
I've just
no.
compiled a series of random things for you to discuss.
I love it. Should we put a timer on the board, or should we just fucking go at it?
Well, I'm interested because I don't know if I have any controversial.
like a quick discussion.
Like a 3-minute timer per.
Yeah,
How many things do you have?
I have 13, but I wrote them at like
Holy
5.
Maybe it'd be good if we did like 2-minute ones, like bursts.
Okay, yeah. All right.
go.
What's the first one?
A movie being predictable isn't a bad thing.
All right. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
I agree. I think it's a good thing.
Wait.
think it's
Is the thing not being predictable or being predictable?
A movie being predictable isn't a bad thing.
Isn't it? No,
Okay.
I disagree. I think it is a bad thing.
Here's my take on it.
Yeah.
Sometimes, well, it's kind of hit and miss. If
Okay.
you're
Yeah.
correct in your assumption, is that being predictable, or you figuring out the mystery, or in some words, like the predictability of a movie? Sometimes I like that. Like when I pick what's about to happen, I go, "Oh fuck yeah!"
Okay, so it's more an internal gratification.
I don't like if it's too easy though. I like being surprised.
Yes.
Like if I watch a mystery film and I know at the start who it is and it's them. I'm like,
that's right.
But if I'll tell you, I disagree with it for the most point because I think things should be able to do it different, and you should always be trying to reinvent cinema and tropes. But I do feel like for example, Guardians of the Galaxy 1, I remember being in cinemas and I knew it was happening, and I was like, I hope this happens, and I hope they nail down the ending.
Yeah.
And if they do that perfect, then that's when I think it
I think
works.
Marvel is the exception, because there's just those key moments that you really want to see, and then when you see it, you're like, oh, that's amazing.
What was the moment that I picked?
We'll do 2 minutes. We have 45
Death on the Nile. You seen that movie?
Yes.
Okay, the start of the movie, I was like, that is too passionate and powerful to not be what they're...
Okay,
like too
Agatha
obvious.
Christie.
Like not obvious, but I was like, if they go down a different route, that was all for nothing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So,
all right, so are we saying we agree or disagree? Austin?
Sometimes.
Okay.
I think it also depends on the intention.
Okay, I also think it depends.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, cool.
That's going to be all
There you go. And it's 15 seconds to spare.
Yeah.
I like this. This is good.
Just set a lap so it starts again. Or just reset it.
All right, yep.
There's no difference between watching a digital film versus one that's like actual film.
Ooh.
I
don't think
know.
I'm too educated enough
me either.
in this topic to... Did you say... I did hear recently that... so Glenn Powell came out and said that on Top Gun Maverick, Tom Cruise holds... if you get close to Tom Cruise and he considers you a friend, he shows you a 6-hour film course. And the first thing in this 6-hour film course is film versus digital and why they're different.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like I need that course.
Dan, you're probably the most educated out of all of us. What do you think?
On that certain topic. And, I've still never actually shot on film. Like, I haven't even done
Well, I mean, it's
photos or
pretty
anything.
expensive.
Yeah,
so.
but that's something I definitely need to get around to. But I think from what I've seen, like, you do get a beautiful quality from film that you don't get with digital. But with digital now, it's getting better and better, and you can emulate that look to a very close second place.
Bit of noise,
Yeah, so I don't think
I don't
it's
know enough about it.
I don't think it's quite perfect, but I think you can get it really good. You know what I mean? And like, it's actually like what we were saying about music, like having an orchestra versus doing it on a computer, right?
Yeah, it's very similar.
Yeah, like it's to do it the authentic, original way is just better, but you can do it so well with computers now that 90% of the time it's sufficient.
I don't think it's worth it because as time goes on, the gap from what's real and what's film and what's digital is getting harder and harder to distinguish.
That's what I mean.
So I don't think it's worth it for the amount
for the
of money
price,
that it
man,
costs.
and like how much harder it is logistically and stuff. Like if you're on a budget, no. If you've got millions of dollars, sure, go for it.
Yeah, if you're Francis Ford Coppola and you're funding your own film, go for it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Agree or disagree? What was the question?
There's no difference between digital or...
Oh, there is a difference. But
there
it's
is a
just
difference,
slight,
but
and
yeah.
it's getting
Difference.
slighter.
All right, next one.
It doesn't matter how well the acting is, how beautiful a film is, how good it's directed. If it's a boring film, it's a failure.
No. Actually, this is a topic I'm kind of passionate about.
Okay.
Doesn't matter if the acting's good, directing's
Doesn't
good.
matter if it's like the most cinematic piece of like cinema you'll ever see. It doesn't matter if it's got phenomenal acting. If it's a boring film, it's a failure.
It's a failure.
Killers of the Flower.
Lockie's not gonna like that.
Okay.
I agree.
The thing is that like I know how hard it is to make a film and how much effort goes into every single
But you can
aspect.
be appreciate. Okay, failure as a bit of a stretch.
Yeah.
I would
Yes.
say if it's a boring film, I'm not gonna like it, but I
Yeah.
can
No.
still appreciate it.
Yeah,
you know?
that's like
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah,
it's
yeah.
good to have taste and to critique things to an extent.
yes.
But I think you also need to appreciate the hard work that's gone into cinema.
100%.
Absolutely.
For every mistake that you see, there's 500 things that they did really well.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fixed, you know.
And for every couple seconds of footage, there is a team of over thousands of people working.
Exactly
to
right.
Exactly.
do it.
I was thinking about that when I've been editing Baron, actually. Like, there's a couple little moments that I'm like, oh, that could be better. But then I'm like, you know what? There's so many moments that do work really well. So
Yeah.
Okay, I disagree. I don't think
Yeah.
it's a failure.
I reckon I disagree as well.
no, and it's also subjective.
Yeah.
But
Well, then again, controversial opinions.
but the other thing though
Yeah.
is that if your film is boring and like people don't want to watch it, it's not going to get seen. So in a way, it kind of is a failure, like financially, from a business model.
But I feel like that's another having to look at it from.
Well, yeah.
Are you talking about them commercially?
Depends
or
how you define
whatnot?
success. Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, again, it depends.
Okay, cool. Give us your most controversial.
Austin Scott is the worst director out.
Yes.
Agree.
Wow.
Hard agree.
I don't know which one's most controversial.
Give us one that's heavy hitting.
Josh wants to get cancelled.
Yeah.
He's been asking for it.
It isn't necessary to show sexual violence or anything like that in a
Ooh,
film.
this is
Wait,
actually...
it is or isn't?
It isn't.
Okay.
There is no reason to have it shown in a film because it doesn't further the plot.
Ooh,
this is actually a good controversial one, yeah.
I skip it.
Yeah.
I feel like...
Did they show it in Promising Young Woman?
Yes.
They show like the build up to it. I don't know if they show the actual act of it.
No, did you say sexual violence?
Like anything to that degree, sexual violence, sexual assault, anything.
I
like
don't
that.
no, I don't think it doesn't need to be shown on screen. No.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. not.
It does not need to be shown on screen. You
Can be insinuated.
Yes, like it sounds really bad to say, but like the implication of it, just cut away. Like let the audience kind of go like, "Ooh, that happened."
I wouldn't say it's definitely not necessary, but I think when filmmakers do put it in, I understand why they've put it in.
Yeah,
They're just trying to achieve a certain effect and show like the atrocity of it. Really,
You know what? I agree, and I'll give you an example. Have you seen The Kite Runner?
No.
We got shown that in school, and it's a very gruesome. I'm not going to go into it, but like something happens like that, and you see the repercussions, like blood, kind of, and that image is so visceral that it makes you feel dreadful.
Yeah, and I think that's the way you're supposed to feel.
But I don't know if it was shown. I think it happened off screen and you saw the repercussions to it.
Yeah.
I do not think it's necessary to show on screen.
No, I wouldn't. Yeah, I'm in two minds about it because I definitely say it's not necessary. But there have been some shocking moments in films, not just sexual violence, but other things.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Actually, something that comes to mind is I'm thinking of 13 Reasons Why, that scene at the end of the first season.
Yeah, okay.
Very shocking, and they actually cut that out of the Netflix show, so you can't see it anymore. But I remember watching that and
5 seconds.
feeling like shocked to my core. But it like affected me and moved me in a certain way. So it's like I don't know.
Wow.
So yeah,
It's a hard one.
That's a hard one to fit into 2 minutes. I feel like that could be talked about for a while.
yeah.
That was
a good one.
That was a very good one.
Yeah.
Okay, last one. Maybe more upbeat.
A movie being unoriginal isn't valid criticism.
I agree.
I
Because
agree.
nothing's
Yeah.
original.
Nothing
these days.
is
Everything's
original.
recycled, and you can add just a fresh little spin. Just
Yeah.
change one little thing about your script.
I wouldn't even say it's like recycled. I would say everything's inspired from something else. Even
Yeah,
you hear the
absolutely.
big directors like Scorsese and stuff. Like, for example, on this new TV commercial that Scorsese and Timothy Chalamet just did. Like, I mean, this is an odd example, but like Scorsese sent Timothy Chalamet a bunch of films. It's just stuff like that. It's like you're getting inspiration from films that are already been done before.
Exactly.
But you add your own spin on it.
You know, a thought I had the other day that kind of blew my mind. You know how people are, all up in arms about this AI stuff, saying like, they're taking original art and recycling it and all that kind of stuff. But isn't that what people do? We just consume art and then we remake a new version of it based on what we've been inspired by.
Very
We're
true.
literally doing exactly what the AI does.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually a good opinion. No, that's a good take on it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we have a minute left. Is there such thing as a long film? I think absolutely.
I don't
Big
think
time.
films.
Yeah, I think you mentioned one just earlier. What was that?
Killers of Flower.
Yeah.
I don't think films should be above 2.5 hours. Come on. But
Or
there's
except Endgame, if it's a culmination of like years.
That's the counter argument.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's a culmination of years and years and it's earned.
Yeah.
If it's earned.
Okay, no, there are some exceptions.
Yeah. But if you're being overindulgent, that's usually a case
think
where it
most-
gets way too long.
most of the time I get a little bit bored. But no, I guess long movies have their place. Just I don't think every blockbuster should be 3 hours now like they're doing. It's too much.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Happy?
What do you think, Austin?
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. If there's movies out there I haven't finished because I'm just like,
Yeah.
alright, I'm bored. I'm
Or if
done
you're
bored.
Dan, you watch half and then never watch the rest. So
So yeah, wait, do I disagree or agree? What was the question again?
there's no such thing as long movies.
Oh, there definitely is a such thing.
Yeah, exactly. Alrighty. That's perfect. I think that was a crack episode. One of our longest, actually, an hour 41.
Too long
so.
almost? Would you
Nah,
say?
that's brilliant.
such thing as
That's
a
how
too
long.
long.
Yeah,
That's how long a movie should be.
Is there such thing as a podcast that's too long?
Oh, you guys tell us that in the comments below. But what are we gonna do?
Oh, do I have the honours of saying it? Retaining.
I'll give it to you. Or should we say it together?
I think we should.
All right.
It's going to be cringe.
3, 2, 1. Let's tie a little butt. You're a dog, mate.
Now let's tie a little bow on this episode.
All right, if you want to catch us, the full podcast is on the pre-production YouTube and Spotify, wherever you get your podcast, and the pre-prod pod on TikTok and Instagram. And we will see you guys soon.
Thanks, guys.
See you later.
Bye.